Good afternoon or evening, depending on where you are. Morning for some of you. It's wonderful to see y'all. I'm Janelle Johnson, licensed marriage and family therapist. I have Saskia with me, and we're gonna talk about our new, very exciting, and very grounding uh, activity and event that we have coming up on July 31st called ND Groundwork. So, again, I'm Janelle Johnson. I am a licensed marriage and family therapist. So, I'm a mental health professional. I've been doing this work for about 12 years. And I have a practice in North Carolina, Bridges Family Life Center in North Carolina in the United States. And we focus on historically marginalized communities and their mental health, mostly Black and Brown families, Black and Brown disabled families. So that's a lot of the work that we do, but I also do a whole lot of work in disability advocacy in academia and ND advocacy in social media spaces. That's a little bit about me. I am neurodivergent, and so is my husband and my son. So this is kind of like our world. And I'll let Saskia introduce herself.
My name is Saskia. I'm based in the Netherlands, where I'm joining you from now as well. I'm a learning designer and a coach and co-founder of the Neurodiversity Education Academy, together with Lana Jeleniev, who is also involved in this project. I'm also neurodivergent, and I have a large family full of neurodivergent people and a group of friends as well. So yeah, it's pretty much my life as well.
I love it. Thank you, Saskia. So today we're going to go quickly over a quick overview of what ND Groundwork is. And then we're going to talk a bit about why you would want to participate in ND Groundwork, what people can get out of it. And then we'll go through the details of how to sign up. And I'll go ahead and give you the spoiler. Today is the last day to sign up. So even while we're talking, if you want to go ahead and grab the link and be signing up while we're talking, that might be a good idea because today is the last day. We don't have a lot of spots left. So let's go ahead and dive in. So ND Groundwork was created because we noticed that there was a lot of turbulence going on in the neurodivergent community globally because of things that have happened in recent weeks in our social media spaces where we tend to congregate and gather and connect with one another. And people that we really look up to have said some things that are really disappointing or really challenging to process. And even when we started talking about this particular situation that has happened in the past month or so, we found ourselves talking about previous situations that have happened as well. This is not something that is new to the neurodivergent community. It is something that we see every so often. There is some event that kind of disrupts our connection with one another. And we thought, what can we do to address that? What can we do to insulate and prepare our neurokin for these types of events so that we, first of all, we move through these discussions a little more smoothly, but also that we aren't set into turmoil and disruption so frequently. Because we have better tools to talk with one another, we can understand one another's point of view, and we're doing it in a setting that is built for us, by us. It has our communication style centered, right? So we decided to come up with ND Groundwork. So ND Groundwork is built on 3 S's: the system of support, system of stability, and a system of sustainability. So we are concerned about support, stability, and sustainability of the neurodiversity movement. Though that is the primary goals of ND Groundwork. And so the premise is creating a wellness space, right? A wellness space that's built specifically for neurodivergent folk and our allies. Wellness space built specifically for neurodivergent folks and our allies. We don't really have that. And so we decided to create it together. And what's really cool about this project is, yes, I'm a mental health professional and I'm neurodivergent, but I'm not everywhere. And also, I don't have the experience of creating like an international sharing circle. So I joined forces with some brilliant, brilliant NDers and allies who do excellent work doing international groups, international sharing circles. And it's the time that we've had just together, the four of us, and we see the blossoming of the beginning of what ND Groundwork is and what it's going to be. And we are thrilled to connect
Yeah.
with one another every time it's time for us to meet. We're like, doing what ND Groundwork is. We're showing up with vulnerability, talking about things that are going on with us and our thought processes and how we can use that to inform how we create ND Groundwork for you all. So, as y'all can tell, I'm thrilled. I'm so excited. I can't wait for this. I hope y'all are just as excited as I am. And yeah, it's going to be a wonderful time full of healing, full of growth, and give us the ability to move from disruption and dysregulation to healing and thriving. And that takes a process. So that's what ND Groundwork is about, is moving from this place of dysregulation to this other place of being able to connect and heal. To connect and heal with people who are like you, other neurodivergent folk. One of the things that gets lost in the neurodivergent community is our ability to connect well with one another because our spaces are generally centered in social media. You lose that ability to truly connect with one another when what you're doing is talking with one another without any of the nonverbal cues. So one of the things that you're going to get out of ND Groundwork is the ability to truly build better connections with other NDers across the world and do it in a way that centers your communication style. So what we know about NDers is we communicate differently than neurotypical folks. And neither way is better or worse. Neither way is better or worse. But it's important to have a community where you have a setting that's built with your communication style in mind. So that's something that you're definitely going to get out of the ND Groundwork experience. So connecting with NDers, being able to participate in a community where your style of communication is prioritized and centered, and then being able to learn, heal, and grow in your ability to discuss matters of social justice and how it pertains to the neurodiversity community. So we want people to be able to connect and have difficult conversations, but also learn from each other, right? Learn from each other. Everyone has strengths. Everyone has areas where they can grow. So being able to learn from each other based on what one person knows and what one person doesn't, or what one person has experienced and one person hasn't. And that experience becomes all the more rich when you're talking about an international group, right? So you're going to have people learning from folks from the global South. You're going to have people learning from folks who are from the global majority. You're going to have people who are learning from folks who are from the LGBTQIA plus community. Like there's all kinds of cool things that are very prevalent in the indie community that don't necessarily get centered or celebrated in our social media spaces that we are really working hard to center and celebrate in the ND Groundwork group. So that's another thing that the other thing that you're going to be able to get out of participating in this amazing event. So now that I've talked about all of that, I'm going to stop blabbing and I'm going to hand it over to Saskia to give us some details about what are your next steps.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be doing this with you, and I really can't wait. And I want to stress that for us, this is also a pilot. We're also learning along the way. And it might be difficult conversations sometimes, but I think we can learn so much and grow so much from having them and engaging in them. So your opportunities to sign up is today. Anybody who signs up afterwards will be put on a waiting list, and we'll keep you posted on how the pilot continues or if any spots open up. But the links are in the chat, and we are meeting on July 31st online in my time zone, CET. That will be 6 p.m. in the evening. And in different time zones, it's 9 a.m. I think in PDT and 11 a.m. in EDT. And use a time zone calculator for any of you who are in different time zones if you want to see if you would be able to join during that time. And I'm really looking forward to meeting. We will have 90 minutes set aside to take you through a series of questions and ways to connect with each other and share experiences. And I can only end by expressing my huge enthusiasm for this and my hope that you will join us and sign up, if not now, then for one of our future sessions, hopefully.
Definitely. Like we said, we hope you're just as excited as us. The partnership that we've been able to form between our 3 organizations internationally is really cool, really cool, something that you don't get to see very often. And we've been able to create something that's specially cultivated for you. So make sure you sign up. There's only a few spots left, so please do. Again, even if you don't think that you're going to be able to come to the July 31st event, still sign up, because we want to know the interest for this group in general. This is our pilot, and we plan to do this again. So still sign up if you're interested, even if you won't be able to come, and just put in the comments that you won't be able to come July 31st, but you'd like to come in the future. One other very important point before we...
I was just going to say, we need to stress that it's a paid event. And the reason we do that is that we want to enable people to help us facilitate also a couple of sponsored spots. So for those of you who can pay, we're asking for a contribution of $25. And those will be also used to create some scholarship spots now and in future events. And if you you're unable to participate, but you want to make sure that others are able to participate, you could also sign up and pay a contribution for somebody else to have access to one of those scholarship spots.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up. Thank you. Yes. And that's something even for your ND-led organizations. You have an organization that wants to sponsor NDers in your organization or elsewhere in our community. Your organization wants to support our work at ND Groundwork, then by all means, have your organizations sign up to pay it forward to provide scholarship funds for NDers who may have difficulty paying the entry fee of $25. Our entry fee of $25 is already discounted because this is a pilot. We decided to discount our first event, but we still wanted to offer scholarship options. So you can pay it forward, even those who plan to attend, you can pay more than $25, and that extra money will go towards scholarships. And we have a certain number of slots set aside just for folks who are seeking a scholarship spot. So don't avoid signing up because you feel like you don't have the $25. We're also collecting funds for scholarships. So thank you for bringing that up. All right, y'all. I really enjoyed sharing this with you today. I enjoyed hanging out with Saskia. And we really look forward to meeting you on the 31st, me and Saskia and Lana and AJ. We really look forward to meeting with you and facilitating this amazing ND Groundwork event on July 31st. Looking forward to it. We hope to see you there.
Me too. We hope to see you.
Take care.